I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, people? We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to have this next guest on the show. It's like I have had two different people from up north, and they don't even have the slightest idea que yo puedo hablar español muy bien. Entonces estoy muy, tú sabes, agradecida para tener ellos aquí en mi show, aquí, ahora mismo. Espérate, que nosotros vamos a venir para atrás en un segundo. I surprise people a lot, don't I? This black girl speaking Spanish. Who she thinks she is? We got Chepz on the show today. What's up, man?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah, yeah. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Did I surprise you?
Oh man, it's a surprise. Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me on your show, man.
No problem, no problem. So, man, I tell you, I'm excited to have you on the show. I mean, there's a lot of people who already know who you are, but then there's some people who don't. So I always tell people, tell us how you got started and tell us, your history, because a lot of people got started because of their auntie. Some people got started because of other things. So I want to know your story.
Oh, okay. It's been a long journey. I have been making music for over a decade already, and as you
Wow.
know, I started this music journey. As most likely everyone is a passion that begins in you, and you put it into practice. And when you start putting it into practice, that you feel like, okay, I'm feeling more and more comfortable with it. So, I mean, my story is pretty much, I can say, the same as many others. I mean, I'm just a kid who's trying to make it on the music business. And like I say, I've been making music for over a decade. So my
Mhm.
story is just that, just a regular one trying to make it out there who's been, doing his thing.
I hear that. I hear that. It's been such a wonderful journey. Did you have to? Okay, so like you said, it over a decade. So there was a change in the music industry about a decade ago. Am I correct, or am I like a
Yeah,
little late?
no, that's right.
But
That's right.
but what happened during that change, and how did you manage yourself during that change? Because a lot of people said it was hard, and some people said it was just natural.
Oh, well, I'll tell you this. As a musician, as an artist, you know that as an artist, you gotta evolve. I mean, as long as you keep respecting yourself, your craft, you still gotta evolve and go with times. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, by saying this is one of the reasons why I just released an album, a project, which has 8 songs. And on this project, I have a little bit of everything. By me saying that, it's like you can call it like a fruit punch type thing, because
Mm-hmm.
in there on this project you can find something for everyone. By
Mm-hmm.
saying it, I mean, like, you can find a drill, you can find a trap that's romantic with rap. You also find the poetic stuff, which is what I love the most. So I have a little bit of everything in there. I kind of put like the Kendrick Lamar formula. You know how
Okay.
Kendrick raps,
Mm-hmm.
like you hear his music, he's still rapping, but you hear the beat that sounds really fresh. So
Right.
that's kind of the thing that I used on this album. Have a little bit of everything. So that way, in case you might not like something, you can like this other one.
Right. Right. Right, definitely, definitely. I like that. I like the variety of it all. Have you ever thought to be in one genre and just stick there, or have you always liked all different kinds of things and just kind of put that into your music?
Well, I fall more into the hip hop thing. That's just me,
Mm,
because I write what I feel. Don't get me wrong. As an artist, you can also write something that is based on someone else's experience, or whether if it's a
mm,
movie and you got to do, like, let's say, a jingle or a track for a movie, a soundtrack, whatever might be the case. You're an artist. You're supposed to do that. But
mm.
I fall more into hip hop because I write what I live, and the struggle that I see on the everyday living and all of that. So, um, to me, it hasn't really been a problem to do the transition, because I
Mm-hmm.
do think that you gotta evolve as an artist yourself, and I do think that things goes for better. So it hasn't really been a problem for me when it comes to that
Awesome.
aspect.
Awesome, awesome. And you're on Spotify, and I wanted to share your page on Spotify. If you give me 1 second, because I think people would, I mean, appreciate this. You do have a lot of different music on Spotify, if we can see that. And it says here, uh, quiere por, quiéreme por mí, Party de
Yeah,
Gangsters,
Quédame por
No Me
mí.
Quiero.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love
Yeah, it's
that.
called
So,
no me quejo. In English is I don't complain. Quédame por mí in
mm,
English is love me for me. The other
hmm
one, Party de Gangster is Gangster Party. In reality, that track I was inspired. You remember that song from Tupac and Snoop from back in the
yeah,
days,
uh-huh.
Gangster Party. So
Mm,
I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do my own thing, like based on that, but I'm gonna do it my way, totally different. Because
right.
this one is a drill. Back then, what Pac and Snoop did, it was a total boom bap rap, like the thing that I like the most, you know. Since I
Hmm.
put time, I decided to add up a little more fuel into the beat, since people are more into those type of beats now, and I
Hmm.
decided to do like something inspired on that. So basically, they were the fire for me to come up with that concept right there, you know.
Hmm. Hmm. And you have a new song, a new album, or is it a new song? It's J.E.S.R. What does that mean?
That's the album. That is the
Okay.
cover of the album. J.E.S.R is
Hmm.
basically is my full name. That's the initials of my full name.
Oh, okay. All right. That's
So
nice.
I decided to name it like that because
Hmm.
I feel like this is a project that is being cooked at home, and I'm the one that's putting a lot of effort. There's no major label behind it or anything like that. So I
Hmm.
decided to name it like that, and I released it on the 2nd of July, which it was the same date of my birthday. So this album has already
Oh.
been out for about 2 months, and it's
Hmm.
not doing bad. I mean, as you can tell, I have about 30,000 players a month, and things are going pretty good, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And you're verified. You have 20,000 plus monthly listeners. I mean, so you're doing really well.
Yeah.
What does it feel like to see your music out there, to know that people are loving it, and then have now maybe, I mean, the responsibility to do something different or to do something more.
Okay. Well, one of the main reasons why I continue to make music, aside from the fact that it's something that I love the most because it's my passion, it's because
Hmm.
of people. Like, don't get me wrong, as of right now, I'm not really getting paid as much. I've done some shows and all of that,
Hmm.
but right now, my pay is the comment that I get from people, the stuff that the people, that's like the fuel that I got right now, because people is always sending me messages and
Right.
telling me, oh, this is nice, this is good. And for me to receive that, that's already fuel. That makes me keep wanna come back with stronger stuff and better stuff. So
Hmm.
I think that's the fuel for me right now. The people out there, and let me tell you, once it crosses, masses of people, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be the results are gonna be even better. And I'm telling you, like, I'm working on it because I see the how people like it and how people enjoy it.
Hmm. It's I love the fact that you love your music, that you love doing what you're doing today. When you think back on your life and then now you think about what you're doing now, how did you get where you're at today and being so happy with what you're doing? Did it take a moment in your life to kind of adjust?
You mean adjust to the times? Is that what you mean?
Right, adjust to like maybe changing from one thing to another. Like some people have regular jobs and they really don't
Uh-huh.
like the jobs, And so
Yeah, yeah.
you being in music, loving where you're at today, that adjustment, did you have to make one? Did you have to adjust out of something that you didn't like?
Well, that's just life, period. Life in
Mm-hmm.
all aspects, you gotta adjust to things that you don't like doing. As of right now, I do have a job. It doesn't really take that much time from me, which allows
Mm-hmm.
me to make my music, because that's what I'm focusing the most, to be honest. Because I
Right.
do think that the most important thing is to believe and have faith in your project. If you do not have faith or believe in your own project, then nobody else will. You gotta be the main engine, to feel that you gotta do stuff that is gonna benefit you. So at this point right now, I think the transition and the adjustments that I have been doing, working for my music, it has been the best. And 10 years, I mean, 10 years ago or 5 years ago, I didn't really have the experience. I didn't feel as confident as I feel right now. So I do think that it's even reflected on my music, which is a cool
Yeah.
thing because you need to mature. So
Yeah.
if you as a person, I mean, anybody 10 years ago and from now, you're gonna be a different person than 10 years ago. So
Yeah.
along with that, also my music is being different. It's like Jay said on one song, you want the old me, buy the old album.
Yeah, right. No, I'm so
Right?
happy for you. I'm so happy for you. So happy because, a lot of people are doing things they don't like to do. And then, of course, a lot of us still have that day job. A lot of us still have that. Some people have left their day job because of the pandemic or whatever, what have you, and jump straight into
Mhm. Mhm.
their whatever they want to do in life. What kind of advice do you give to those people who, they need that encouragement? Because it takes a lot to be happy with who you are, because if you're not happy with who you are, that just means that you're not in the place you should be. How
Uh,
would you advise those people knowing that you are in the place of advancement that you're in right now?
well, the only thing, and I think the most important thing that I can tell them as an advice is to follow your heart and keep on, working hard on your dreams, which is what matters the most. Because you want to stay doing something to make the other one rich. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a start and a beginning for everything. And there's going to be a struggle, that is going to be a beautiful struggle. And you got to love it because that's just going to give you more experience. It's going to add up to the fuel that you already have if you want it. Because if you want it, it's going to be hard. So just keep going at it, at whatever you want. Do it with love, which, that's another thing that is really important. And if you do have those things, trust me, there's no way that you're gonna fail. Even if you don't make it, you will still make it because it's a win-win situation. Because you are doing it because you love it. So that's what really matters the most. So that's the
Mhm.
best advice that I can tell all the youth out there and anybody that is pursuing whatever. Just chase your
Right.
dreams and don't give up.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. And I want to thank you so much for being on the show. You know, being that you are doing your music, you're in the place that you're advancing, you have a new album out, and everything that's going on, what can we expect from you in the future?
Okay, more music. I will also work on an EP now that I just have this album, and from this album, I'm also gonna work on a few videos. Hopefully, within less than a month, in 3 months, I will have another one of the tracks video done, so I can put
Mhm.
it out there. So I'm figuring that maybe within a month or two, because it takes time. Once you get a
Yeah.
video done, then it takes the editing and all of that to make sure that everything comes out right. But for this album that I just released 2 months ago, I might work each video each track. I might do a video for each one of them. And while I'm doing that, also, I'm going to invest some energy to work on that new EP that I'm telling you about. So basically, a lot of new stuff will be coming and a lot of new stuff people can expect from me.
Awesome. Awesome. I want to thank you so much for being on the show and for bringing your expertise, but not only that, for bringing your encouragement, your an inspiration to everyone, and just to keep going and keep doing your thing, man. I appreciate you so much. Did we miss anything? Because, anything. I know I got your Instagram because I'm putting it up here. It's Chep City, right? And then you have Chepz for your YouTube, and you have Chep City
What
O2
was,
for
what was,
Twitter.
oh, that's,
Huh?
that is correct. That is correct.
Awesome. Awesome. So I'm good. And then we have you on Spotify. We'll have all of the remaining information in the description box if it's not already there, which I think it is already. You guys, man, he is an amazing artist. You don't want to miss out on this music. Get it. go to Spotify, but it's not really like, okay, so I have to say this, Chepz, excuse me. I have to get on people. You can literally go ahead and listen to it on Spotify, but it's nothing like owning your own copy, downloading your own copy. Get your copy today so you can listen to it wherever you are. And that's how it works. And thank you, you guys, so much for tuning in. Chepz, thank you.
Thank you, Jaja. I hope you have a good one. Thank you so much for the opportunity and, for showing me so much love, okay?
My love to you and everyone else, and to your family. Thank you so much for taking your time out today to be with us. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Until next time, guys, don't forget to dare to be different. Chefs, don't go anywhere. We got a minute, and I want to talk to you. And see you later, guys. Don't forget to dare to be different. Bye.
See ya. Bye.
I did to be different. I did to be different. I did to be different. I did.